Welcome to my YouTube channel. In today's discussion, I want to discuss on how to calculate coefficient of variation, and we have some data that you've been provided with. This is group data. So how do you compute coefficient of variation? So you're going to introduce columns whereby you are expecting to get the value of x, and so you introduce a column x there. For this class, the midpoint of 0 to 4 will be 2. That is 0 plus 4 you divide by 2. You're going 0 plus 4 you divide by 2, you get 2. 5 plus 9 you get 14. So the midpoint will be 7. And then you have 10 to 14, the class will be 12. Then 15, that is the midpoint. Then 15 to 19, the midpoint will be 17. Then for this one it will be 22, the midpoint. Then the next class, the midpoint will be 27. Now you also need to get the value of fx. So introduce a column for fx. Now fx is f, that is the frequency, which is the number of salesmen. You multiply by the x value. So 1 by 2, this will give you 2. Then you have 14 by 7, this gives you 98. That gives you 98. Then we have 23 by 12, you get 686 from your calculator. Then you have 21 by 21, you multiply by 17. This is actually 276, not 2. This is 276. So I can just cancel. This is 276. Then we have, this is 357. Then we have 15 by 22, you get 330. And then finally we have 6 by 27, which gives you 162. So now you also need to get the x squared value, that is f multiplied by x squared. So it will be f, which is given by here, it's 1. Then x squared will be 4. So it will be 4. 1 multiplied by 4, you get 4. Then we have here f multiplied by x squared, here is 49. You get 686. 686 is the second value. Then we have 23 squared multiplied by 23 multiplied by x squared, so that is 23 multiplied by 144, you get 3312. Then we have 21 multiplied by 17 squared, you get 69. Then we have 15 multiplied by 22 squared, you get 7260. And then we have finally 6 multiplied by 27 squared, that gives you 4374. Now coefficient of variation, coefficient is given by coefficient of variation is given by you get the standard deviation SD, you divide by the mean, then you multiply by 100%. So how do you get now the standard deviation? The formula for calculating standard deviation is given by, that is S, square root of summation of fx squared all over summation of f minus, you open the bracket here, summation of fx all over summation of f, you close the bracket, then you square this. So this is what is going to give you the standard deviation. So you need now to get the totals in now your table. To get this summation of fx, so you need to compute the totals here. So here it gives you the total, here will be, you add all this, it gives you 80 using your calculator. Then you also need to get the summation of fx, you add 2 plus 98 plus 276 plus 357 plus 330 plus 162 using your calculator, you get 1225. Then you also add this 4 plus 6 86 plus 33 12 plus 60 69 plus 72 60 plus 44 43 74. From my calculator I'm getting 21 705. So those are the totals that you need to have. So you just need to replace this in your formula to get the standard deviation. You have a summation of fx squared. This will be given by the square root of now this fx squared 21705. This one, summation of fx squared, then divide by summation of f, which is 80, then minus, open the bracket, summation of fx. Summation of fx is 1225 all over summation of f, which is 80. Then you're going to square this. Now you're going to use your calculator to do this computation, and then you start by working out what is inside the square root using your calculator, and the final answer that you're going to get here will be 6.1. This is the standard deviation. Then you have the mean. The next thing you compute is the mean, and the mean is usually given by summation of fx all over summation of f, whereby you have summation of fx from here, which is 1225, then you divide by summation of f, which is 80. So you compute this using your calculator, and you're going to get 15.3. Now from this, now you can be able to compute the coefficient of variation by taking now the mean from the formula, that is a standard deviation from the formula, which is 6.1 all over the mean, which is 15.3. Then you multiply by 100, and by calculating this using your calculator, you should be able to get the coefficient of variation. So that is basically how you go about it. So you just use your calculator. 6.1 divide by 15.3, and then you multiply by 100. It gives you 39.86. It gives you 39.86% is your answer. So that is how you go about the coefficient of variation.